To be honest, I couldn't tell you the difference between a Ford Focus and like a fighter jet.
I
So
managed to lose 3 T-shirts on one evening.
Jesus.
A belt, and I think a pair of jeans, or it was a pair of shorts. I can't remember which.
what were you doing?
Jesus, how?
I'm like a European, very fresh
But what's you
country.
doing? Like, is you put it on a wall? Is it like a Febreze?
No, you breathe.
Oh, so you literally just
That
was fun.
What's his name? The old Cockney one. I'm not too clever on the old celebrity actors, but
The old Cockney one.
The old Cockney one played
Lobbing
in
cans at the Crown, don't you? Who was a can of air?
Gets it down, yeah.
Hello, and welcome to episode 37 of the UNCNTRD podcast. I'm Riley, and this.
And I'm Tom.
And today we have a guest.
Yes, for once, we are joined by the lovely Rob from Yesterday's Gone. How are you doing, man?
I'm good, dude. I'm good. Good. Just recovering from the epic weekend that was Sauce Fest, but yeah, it was good, and I'm good.
It's good to hear.
Yeah,
It's good
how
to
was
hear.
Sauce Fest? How was that as an experience?
Insane. It's the second year I've done it now, and it was as amazing as the first time, if not better, to be honest. It just goes from strength to strength.
That's
Yeah,
good
that's
to
great.
hear. I mean, I saw the lineup and it looked absolutely amazing.
Yeah, there was some killer bands playing, really good
Yeah,
performance.
a couple that we definitely know of that we've had on the podcast, I believe. South of Salem, naming one of them.
Yeah, they were amazing.
They're always about, like, whenever I see them live, they're just amazing.
Yeah, you
They're just
can't
one of those bands that always kill it.
Yeah, they do exactly what they say on the tin.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
Well,
no,
we've got a variety of questions this evening, but we'll just try and have a nice genuine chat along the lines of it as well.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, so I'll kick it all off right now. So, how did Yesterday's Gone come to where they are as of right now, right today?
Oh God. So we started way back in, I think it was 2019. Myself, the 3 original sort of founding members, as it were, was myself, Stan on drums, and George on bass. And we decided that we wanted to start a new project, something, sort of a bit more blues rocky type sort of feel. And yeah, we sort of hit the road and started to throw some auditions together, and we had all the great fun of the auditions. You probably know what they're like yourself. You get all sorts of people turning up for these things, but yeah, we whittled it down to 2 guitarists, and we only originally actually wanted to be a 4-piece, just to save room in the van and stuff. It's just like it makes sense. But anyway, we couldn't decide between Josh and Dana, and we sort of threw it around for a good few hours, and we were all adamant. It was like, well, it's going to have to be a 5-piece, and that's where it all started. We ended up with one more member than we actually originally intended, and it just went. It was a bit of a whirlwind, to be honest, because we'd gone in, and we was lucky to sort of get the run of gigs and the run of shows that we did do before, obviously all the lockdown and everything kicked in, and we then used that time to then go away and record the first sort of EP. So it was. Yeah, it was a bit of a baptism of fire, to be honest, and it all took off really, really quickly. And I think people just sort of related to the simplistic. Well, I'll say simplistic, but the easy listening. The riffs are very catchy. The boys do a great job of writing some really, really sort of killer sort of earworms, and it gives me great stuff to work with as far as sort of lyrically. So that's kind of where we all sort of started from. So back in 2019.
Oh wow,
cool. It seems like lockdown has quite affected everyone, but then again brought everyone closer together as a band, and got a lot of stuff done with a lot of bands.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. I saw the opposite end of the scale, and we saw quite a few of our peers that we were playing with at the time, and they were making good headway as well. A good few of these bands split or lost members, because of whatever reason it was. But yeah, so it had the opposite effect as well. And I think that and I think this is one of the things we pride ourselves on, that we were really vigilant with what we did with the time that we had together, as far as, getting into the studio, because that was really quite difficult at times. And then being able to get into to the recording studio to actually lay those tracks down. It was all just a bit, oh, okay, this is a bit strange, but we can do it. It worked.
Yeah, it just kind of makes it work, and you just have to kind of deal with the time that you've got for it, haven't you?
Yeah, of course, and you make the most of that time, and that's the thing.
Yeah.
It's really quite easy to go into the studio and procrastinate, and we've gone in and done sessions and actually sat there at the end of it and gone, "Oh, did we actually get out of that one today?" And we just end up going around in circles. We end up doing the set, and it's you've got to keep on top of the set list, but it's very easy to procrastinate into just playing those songs that you're comfortable with, and keeping those alive, as opposed to them writing new stuff as well. And I think that's the biggest importance, for any band is new material.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that's how me and Tom finish my solo episodes. We'll sit there for an hour and a half and then go, why?
Yeah,
we've had why.
Them. But then on the flip side, we really gelled quite well together as a band. There's never really been any, your typical band disagreements or I don't want to do that way. It's really weird. We all sort of gelled. I mean, one of the tracks that we wrote, which was Whiskey Chaser, that was written in about 15 minutes. And we all just sort of gelled with it and went, oh, hang on a minute. And it was actually George that started, he just started playing his bass line. I was like, what's that? And he went, I don't know, just made it up. Like, that will work. Keep playing that. We're going to do something with that. And 15 minutes later, Whiskey Chaser was born, and it's one of the ones that we got, the most accolades for off the first EP.
That's pretty cool. It's like a similar story to how Queen did Another One Bites the Dust, isn't it?
Yeah, and you get these.
John Deacon was the one that started it.
Have you also recently rewatched Bohemian Rhapsody?
No.
Oh, banging film.
It is a good film.
No, I've not done that one yet either.
Oh, honestly, definitely worth a watch.
Yeah, I'll get round to it eventually. It's just finding the time to sort of do so. But yeah, I'll definitely get round to it eventually.
That's fair enough. But all right, and it's time for Riley to have a nice little question now.
Yeah, just kind of following on from what Tom was talking about. How exactly did you come to decide your name for the band?
I think it sort of stemmed itself from the old band and the old lineup that I used to be in, and it was more a symbolic thing of, look, let that go. Yesterday's gone. And then having that same thought process on whatever you sort of do, just don't worry about what you did yesterday. Just get on with it. It's gone. You can't change it. It kind of sat, and then we abbreviated it to the YG, and it kind of stuck. It was like, well, it looks like we're called that now.
The YG.
Yeah, we tend to, obviously, for the posters and things like that, we still go out as obviously Yesterday's gone, but everything that we do branding wise now is normally
just
based
YG.
around the YG logo.
That's pretty cool. It's pretty cool, but then
it's even cooler when you see one of your shirts at Bloodstock walking around and a huge YG on the back of it.
Yeah, the thing is, when I go to festivals, I try and wear smaller band like band t-shirts. Like, I think last year I wore a piston. Huh?
Oh, no, I was just being casually funny. Continue.
But yeah, I wore a Piston t-shirt. If you remember Piston from like last year. Yeah, I wore one of them, and I think a good couple of people know.
I think I've played on the same bill as those guys.
Yeah,
I can't remember where it was, but yeah, I'm pretty sure I've played with those guys.
Yeah, lovely set of lads, but obviously sad to hear about them breaking up. Late last? I think it was late last year.
I think it was. Yeah, might have been a bit longer ago. I can't remember, to be honest.
I think it was like September or something. But yeah, I was walking around download with that, and that people were just going, "Oh, I know who they are. I know who they are." Sick t-shirt and all that.
It's nice as well when it's done for the smaller
it's
bands.
Nice.
People
it's nice to see people recognising it.
Definitely, and that I think that's where we all say it's grassroots. That's where the future is of the the rock scene, and without people supporting the bands, we had a great sort of evening on Friday. After we come off stage, we sort of went and hit the merch stand, and that's something that we really take pride in doing. We want to engage with the guys up there, and so many people came out and bought t-shirts, they bought CDs. It was so overwhelming, and it's just nice to see that that's starting to come back again now, because obviously with the cost of living thing and obviously all the lockdown stuff, the scene took a massive hit, and it's just so nice to see the confidence coming back in it, and it's slowly starting to gain momentum, and it has over the last 12 months.
Yeah, definitely. It's definitely like you said, COVID took it a big hit, but now, especially because COVID definitely started a lot of projects as well.
Yeah.
So you're just seeing the emergence of a whole new generation
there's all these new genres
artists
coming out, and there's new artists that have sort of collaborated and so on, and I think that's some brilliant stuff to see, because at the end of the day we should all support each other and work together towards sort of getting these the festivals and the events fully packed out.
Yeah, definitely.
Exactly. I mean, the podcast was originally a lockdown idea, wasn't it? We just put it into. It was, wasn't it? It was like a late lockdown idea, but wasn't actually put into plan.
True. I guess it depends.
Last year.
It definitely depends how you look at it, because realistically, any set of two people in a room have at some point went, "Mate, we should start a podcast."
Yeah.
So I mean, really, this is
the amount of people that have actually done that.
Yeah,
the amount of people that have actually done that.
True. It quite small. Came to fruition.
Well, that was like when I was a bit younger. We didn't quite have podcasts back then. I'm showing my age there now, but back then it was I want to be in a band, and that was all it was. You see your peers and you see these the rock stars that were out there at the time, and you're like, yeah, I want a piece of that. That looks cool. So it's like, I suppose it's the same. It's just slightly transitioned to different platforms and sort of different sort of
I mean, so we're taking a diet. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, you cut out then.
Oh no, that's a go on. I accidentally interrupted you.
No, you didn't. No, I'd stopped. You just cut out. That was all.
I'd stopped because I thought I cut you off.
No.
Yeah, it's like with us, we're slightly trying to dive into the whole interviewing side of everything, as well as like just podcasting.
And it's great to see a platform for the bands to sort of get that opportunity to talk about themselves and a bit of self promotion.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we do it just to help the bands. Like, we have guests on every other week just to try and help them out, try and get them seen a little bit more.
And that's this is where, as I say, everybody needs to sort of work together, especially when it comes to sort of promoting this stuff and hitting the socials, because that's only getting harder these days as well. With the way that the algorithm is and the amount of people that I get seen in Facebook jail now it's just mental. So I suppose it's looking for them different platforms to sort of give you that pedestal to preach for a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. And like, thing is, with the rock and metal community, like it's very tight knit. So
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
what's always helpful on the podcast is if someone watches the Massive Wagons episode, and then we'll go, hey, so, and then check this episode out, and then they watch like the Wicked Jackals episode. They were like, oh shit. So these guys are really good too, and it's about like finding them links between band to band. Like, oh
Definitely.
shit, like in fucking 2018, this band that I really like played with this band. Like they must be good. And then it broadens from there.
I mean, I think that the last sort of 12 months for me have been probably the best sort of 12 months career wise, as far as, sort of the people that and the caliber of people that I've played with, hitting the stage with, the likes of FM. They're just massive. And, that people like Grand Slam, we shared the same bill as The Darkness, the back last year over in France. And it's amazing to see that side of it, but then to come back to, doing the stuff that I'm doing with obviously the guys from Yesterday's Gone.
Yeah.
It's been brilliant because it kind of pulls me back to where it all started, which is quite humbling.
Yeah.
That sounds good. So obviously you was talking about earlier about looking up to your peers. Who would you say has inspired Yesterday's Gone? What bands do you reckon have inspired like the idea of Yesterday's Gone?
Wow. The list is endless. I mean, you've got such a diverse group of lads that have been put together that have got all completely different tastes of music. I mean, I'm very blues orientated. I love my bluesy. Stevie Ray Vaughan was one of my biggest influences, and I loved his voice. I loved his playing. I can't play anything like him. I can't play at all, in fairness. But he was a big influence for me as far as the vocal side of things. I mean, you look at the rhythm guitarist Josh, he's massively influenced like people like Clutch, or, he then delves right into the dark metal scene. He's also into, obviously, stoner doom metal and stuff like that. He's got such an eclectic taste in music. He just loves everything. Lead guitar, massively influenced by the likes of Whitesnake and ZZ Top and that kind of stuff. And then you've got the bass and the drummer that they like anything and everything. From anywhere from hip hop to bloody classical music down on some parts of it. So it's really difficult to say where it all comes from, and that's why I think I find it really strange how it works so well.
Yeah, but that also
that may actually be the key to the success of it, is just having somebody, everybody from completely different tastes of music and just trying to mishmash it all together, and we've ended up just getting lucky, I suppose.
Yeah, I was just about to say, because if everyone's coming from like a sort of different view of what they consider like good music, then eventually like they'll reach some sort of a nexus where everyone's like this is the sound that I want to make.
Yeah, it's stealing little bits from different places and making them work where they actually shouldn't, which is what George is really good at doing on the bass. I think he's one of the most phenomenal bass players that I think I've played with, period. The things that guy can do on a bass is just ridiculous. And he brings in such different feel.
Is that me?
No, I think it's Rob. You know what would be perfect here? Just a bit of elevator music.
Yeah. Go hit it.
Come back. Yes, get it. At least I think I am.
Oh, wait. Yes. Here we are.
Way!
Right.
I can do technology, mate.
You're so hip.
Down with the youth and everything.
Yeah, mate. That's how you got to be these days, haven't you?
Oh, Jesus. I was slowly starting to lose my rag then. I'm like, just do it, man. Just do it.
Yeah, well, clearly you somehow found a way to figure out such sorcery.
These magical picture books that move.
But just an off the cuff question. All your bracelets and stuff. Do you put them on every day, or do they just live there?
Yeah, no, they're on there every day.
They don't actually come off. They're stuck to it.
They're actually part of my skin now. They've kind of morphed.
I've tried to be one of them people. Like, I always see people like, I went to fucking Schittsburg Festival in the year 2009, and ever since I have not took the wristband off. Why? I don't get it. Like,
not the wristbands. These are more.
That makes sense. But
the wristband things, no, they just piss me off after a while.
Yeah, exactly. Like, surely it's itchy. Like, why don't you just like put it on your wall or something? There's no reason to.
That's what I do. I try and savor my wristbands by doing it the easy way, by twisting it, and just yank it.
I've got some in a box down there.
I've probably got at least about 2 or 3 that I've kept.
I've got some of the big ones from some of the bigger gigs, but it's not. They just get lost.
Yeah,
on the way back from gigs. I mean, I lose enough of my. Never mind worrying about a wristband.
I lost my sunglasses last year. I wasn't happy. They were a pretty nice pair of sunglasses.
I managed to lose 3 t-shirts on one evening.
Jesus.
A belt, and I think a pair of jeans, or it was a pair of shorts. I can't remember which it were, but it was a pair of jeans or a pair of shorts. Lost the whole lot.
What were you doing?
Jesus, how?
It's when you get rushed out of venues and you're rushing around trying to grab everything, and just stuff gets.
Did not do a very good job.
Consumed by the venue. Yeah,
pretty much. I think they end up with they must get so much free stuff from bands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Tom, do you want to make a hotel chain or something?
If someone left home there. No.
Just nab and resell. People buy oxygen.
Riley with his his probably illegal ideas.
Right, that is legal. It's not very ethical.
Yeah, that's the word.
I think
illegal.
Didn't people start selling like air that Justin Bieber had been within for like 15k? I swear that was a thing.
Well, they did. There's a whole firm that's set up to do that. They sell cans of I think it's either Swiss or Swedish air, and it's about like $9 a can.
There's really a market for anything, isn't there?
It's just air.
Why?
Nice air.
Well, no, it's nice.
Just in case
we're in a can.
Just in case we run out of it one day.
It's just cost you $9.
I can put air in a can.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's just air in a can, but it's just cost you $9.
Oh, and people buy that. People really buy that.
There's a massive market.
Tom, I have a merch idea.
Fresh
air.
No,
we're not selling unscented cans.
Just saying, if there's a market,
we're not.
Well, I won't coin him in on that. Do that.
We'll give you 10% royalty.
That'll work. That'll work. And we want to play the opening launch party.
Yeah, go on then. You can enjoy maybe 20 pence annually.
Yeah, about that. No, as I say, it's a massive market. It's insane.
Crazy.
Places like
cans of air.
Places like China and Japan, places like that, they eat it up, and they're just buying cans of air because it's from like a European, very fresh.
But what do you do with it?
It's just air.
Like, do you put it on a wall? Is it like a Febreze?
No, you breathe.
Oh, so you literally just that was fun.
It's like a can, like an inhaler.
I need to have a look at this.
It's gospel.
So it's just an inhaler, but specifically from Sweden.
It's specifically fresh air.
Tastes like Swedish meatballs.
Christ,
Only like the ones from IKEA.
never had them. I've heard mixed opinions.
Yeah, it's hit and miss depending on which IKEA you go to.
Ah, fair enough. Well, if you didn't, if you can't say you never learn anything from this podcast,
Now we
because-
know that that people can buy
Fresh air in
air
tubs.
in cans.
exactly.
So, told you.
So when are you going to start selling your air cans?
Yesterday's gone. Cans of air.
Yeah.
No,
Hey, there might be a bit of mileage in that.
you said it yourself. There's a market for it, so maybe
Might be a bit of
lap it up.
mileage in that. Fresh air for gigs when you're stood next to that especially sweaty man.
Starts lobbing cans at the crowd, don't you? Who was a can of air?
Gets it down, yeah.
I think it's genius.
FM air.
Just on the subject though, what probably would you say was your favourite gig that you've played?
There's been a few. There's been a good few. I think I had the opportunity to play over at a festival in France last year, which was Reims Fest. So that was a whole new experience, sort of going to the whole Europe thing and traveling over, and the whole experience was pretty amazing. But there's been so many over the Real Time's always in Chesterfield. Real Time Live, that's always a cracking venue to play, and we've played some great sort of gigs over the years there. And yeah, there's too many to even try and pick over it. But yeah, there's a couple that spring to mind, but not for the favourite reasons.
There's
more
can
memorable.
of air festival. The can of air festival comes to mind.
Now, there's been a few moments when we've been on the road. Like there's a couple down in Norwich. We did 2 nights in Norwich over an August bank holiday weekend at the same boozer, because they booked us the first night. They loved us and wanted us back the second night. So it was like, well, we're down here anyway, so we might as well play it. So we ended up doing a double night down there, and it was it was an interesting weekend. Let's put it that way.
Fair enough.
Sounds good.
Yeah,
But I think, do you reckon that's part 1 under wraps there?
yeah, I'd say so. Well, we don't
cut
really have
over
a lot
to
of time
part
for
2.
another question. So, yeah, we're going to cut over part 2 now, and we'll see you in a very brief moment. And welcome back to part 2. So,
Risen from the dead.
I have. I feel springy. But I'll kick it off with a nice question. So, if you could choose a spot for your music to play in a film, where would you have it? Like, is there any particular songs that you think would fit well with a good moment in a film?
Oh God, that's an hard one. I suppose one of the ones that would be a good one would be, if we've got a track called Ride or Die, which is quite a fast track. So I suppose it'd fit in a bike chase or something like that, because it's quite heavily bike orientated. Even though the start of it starts with an RS Focus engine, but that's neither here nor there.
Most people won't be able to tell, let's be honest.
Well, apart from our guitarist, because it was his car and he insisted on using it at the start of the track, I was like, okay, well, it sounds all right, so we'll let you do it.
Look,
What was it? If it didn't fit, would it not have gone in?
Yeah.
The song wouldn't have existed.
No, the song would have still existed, but the sound wouldn't have. But to be fair, it just clicked with it, and it was like, yeah, that's staying. It's a winner. That
It's just like no sound or no song.
Yeah,
no. I've heard of that wrong. So either have the sound or there's no song.
Look, to be honest, I couldn't tell you the difference between a Ford Focus and like a fighter jet. So
fair. We get away with it, to be fair.
yeah, cars are not my strong suit. I just look at ones and go, wow, that one's kind of cool. I don't get people who can tell them like this is an engine model 445 from like Zekrom. Like if it can get me like 4 miles out, it's good enough.
A to B and then back again. That's all you need.
Yeah, exactly. Don't need to fly. Would be nice though.
Well, you've only got you can only do the speed limit.
So,
not that I've endorsed speeding or anything like that.
Yeah. You got a particular dream car, or
I'm more bikes. I'm more of a biker myself. I do like me big bikes. So yeah.
Yeah, I'm quite a big fan of the little Hello Kitty ones, the stabilizers on.
little pink flag on the back.
Honestly, you'll catch me whipping in them. I'm lethal.
he's got the little free-wheeled one with the little basket on front.
Yeah, exactly. It's even got like little neon lights on the side. I got it lowered and everything.
If you ask Father Christmas nicely, he might bring you one of them skid bikes for Christmas.
Let's not push it. We're asking a bit much now.
Bit of practice, you'll be fine. Bit of practice, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
So, kind of segueing off of Riley's question, it's still along the lines of movie. So, they make a biopic about Yesterday's Gone. Oh my god, that would be amazing. What celebrity would you like to play you?
Ooh.
Don't say Jason Momoa.
I don't think I'll get away with that one, will I?
The amount of people that have said Jason Momoa.
No, I'm not. No, we're going down that route. I don't know. What's his name? The old Cockney one. I'm not too clever on the old celebrity actors, but
the old Cockney one.
The old Cockney one played in Venom.
Tom Hardy.
There you go. He can do it. He'll have to grow a beard though.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Fuck.
I could live with that.
Am I here? Here. Am I?
Yeah, you're here. You're here.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're still alive. Don't worry, Riley.
My everything is going to shit right now. It's cutting out and it's gone. Help! I'm scared. Am I here still?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My screen's turned off.
Act normal.
Mine did that.
Probably just poor signal.
It's everyone but me today.
Yeah. I don't want another go.
It's like pass the
Can't
parcel. Someone will get it next.
Yeah, exactly. It'll slowly make its way across the screen. So, who do you reckon could play all the others in Yesterday's Gone? Do you reckon anyone else would suit? Any celebrities would suit anyone else?
God. Well, I mean, Josh, he's almost like, he's very Italian set, so you'd have to get Sliced alone in for Josh on rhythm guitar. He's going to kill me for saying that. You'd have to Quentin Tarantino in for George on bass. That'd work. And I suppose guitar lead for Danny. Well, I've got to do it. It's the comedian. I can't remember his bloody name. Top of the Tower one, Manchester lad.
Oh,
what's his name? It's been a long day. Fat lad used to do all the wrong lyric stuff.
James, no.
I can't remember.
Don't say James Corden.
No, it's not James Corden.
God forbid
No,
it be James Corden.
It's gone. It's gone.
Ah,
It's gone. But there's a picture on our page where somebody superimposed him over onto the stage, which is quite funny because when he comes on stage, what's his bloody name? Plays a golden shovel as a guitar, and they've superimposed him over onto one of the pictures, and it's on our Facebook page.
I'm gonna have a look.
Peter Kay.
Peter Kay. There
Kay.
we go.
We got
He's
there in
funny
the
as
end.
fuck. There
Yeah.
we go. He's
Danny looks
funny
a bit-
as fuck.
Danny looks a bit like him, and he'll kill me for saying that, but it's all
Oh my
banter.
god, that's brilliant.
Oh, that is class.
He loves it. He loves it, especially when it was posted on the band page.
Well,
Do you reckon he'd dress up as? I was about to say. Do you reckon he'd dress up as Peter Kay's alter ego?
Oh
He's
God,
got
no.
an alter ego called not in this day and age.
Wow, yeah. I mean, I'll let you ask him that.
Next, when I first meet him, I'll just ask him, could you dress up as Geraldine one day?
To be fair, he's up for a bit of a giggle, so he probably would.
The thing is, Riley, you ain't got a clue on what we're on about, have you?
my screen is completely fucked. So I can't see anything. I'm just hoping my camera still works.
Yeah,
It is. I can still see it.
We
If we can still see it, you're all okay.
Yeah, that's good. I thought I just completely cut out.
Got himself all dressed up with nowhere to go now. Look.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I've just got to kind of guesswork everything now because I can't see.
Just look at the camera and you'll be all right.
Okay. Well, I guess there's no time like the present to segue on then. We've made a lot of funnies today. You know, all of the giggles, the laughs, the belly aches, whatever you want to call it. But it can't always be like that. Sometimes you really got to, get a strike to the gut to really wake you up. So there's no point delaying. I just have one question for you. What is the best sandwich?
Ooh, steak, caramelized onion, and whole grain mustard.
Christ, that's such a good choice. My
Straight
Lord.
to the point, but
That is a
Now you've made me hungry. Now you've made me hungry.
look what he's done, Riley.
I can't look what I've done, Tom. Quite literally, I can't see anything.
Absolutely steak on the brain there. Caramelized onion, mustard, job done.
That sounds perfect. It's literally straight up, no questions asked. Didn't need to think about it. Just straight to the point.
It was there.
Yeah, that's an idyllic sandwich.
It is amazing sandwich.
I don't even have anything else to add. That's just the right answer. We've done it. We have found the correct answer.
What's the worst one you've had so far?
Oh,
wasn't it?
Don't even.
Peanut butter and corned beef, I think.
No, peanut butter and bologna.
Peanut butter and bologna. That was it.
What?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, no, not for me.
It took me till that episode to realise it was actually possible to fail this question. I thought it was a very friendly one, but no, that was wrong.
Yeah,
it turned as soon as he said peanut butter and bologna.
Completely with that one.
Yeah, no, that is vile. Honestly.
I believe
it's on my list to try it, but I'm kind of scared because I think I would mutate.
Yeah, it's not motivating me to try it at all.
No, it just sounds wrong.
Not good.
Nah. Yeah, I'll stick with my steak. It's fine.
I would.
I mean, it's a good one. Riley, I think by the sounds of it all, I think he passed his.
Yeah, easy.
Fair play,
Well,
boys.
Okay, well, assuming you are about there, I'm going to move on to the final question. I can't gauge your reactions though because I'm in void, but I'm going to ask you to make a band. Okay, now I'll establish the ground rules. So you can have as many people and as many instruments as you want, but you need the core fundamentals of bassist, guitarist, drummer, and singer. Okay. You can have anyone on any instrument, but they will not magically learn to play their instrument. They can be dead or alive. They will be alive when they perform unless you specifically request them not to be. And you can be in the band, but you don't have to be.
Okay. So there's two that are coming straight back from the dead. Hendrix is coming back straight away. Stevie Ray Vaughan's coming back.
On the tambourine, I presume.
Yeah. I'd probably put him on the triangle.
Solid choice.
To, let's not overcompensate.
Humble man.
So for vocals, it'd have to be Small Faces. Steve Marriott. I think he got one of the most soulful voices that kicked about in that particular time period, and he's very underrated. Drums can be anyone, so it's Animal. I'm having Animal on the drums. It's happening.
I hate that that's not the first time we've had Animal.
There you go, Animal. He's a legend.
He is.
When is he not a legend?
And then, I don't know, there'd be so many other ones, but yeah, I think I'll keep it short and simple at that.
No, that's a pleasant surprise, actually. So
Did you give us bass?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, did I give bass?
Did you?
Don't remember if I did or not. I'll go Whistle.
Great. And is that your final choice?
I think so.
Okay.
Pretty solid, especially with Animal.
Yeah, Animal carries that band. But that brings us to the end of our questions. So unless there are any questions you have to ask us.
No, guys, you've both been legends tonight. Thank you very much for obviously having me on. Apologies again. So Josh couldn't be here.
That's okay. Thank you for coming.
Pains of stocking shelves up for him. Very rock and roll.
Definitely the rock and roll lifestyle. Stacking shelves.
Yeah,
absolutely.
In the worst thing in his own kitchen.
Oh,
yeah.
Poor sod.
I'll have to sort a link out when this goes out, and I'll put a free plug down to the pub for him now.
Yeah. But on that solemn note of the fallen soldier, that's where we'll leave today's podcast. So please go listen to us. Go on there, proper class, and might as well listen to us with funny occasionally. Do the subscribing, the liking, and all that stuff. And we'll see you in the next video. Thank you very much for watching.